and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I never thought I'd be saying that and not just welcome back to Background Noise, which, by the way, is a mini podcast where I talk about videos that I've made recently, how I'm feeling about it, how I'm feeling about the channel, what I want to do next. I don't really talk about any personal life stuff because no one really cares. And that's not even like a pity thing where it's like, no one cares about my life. When people bring up stuff about their personal life that has nothing to do with the video, especially a video like this, and they just put like blah 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 challenge featuring Lauren in the title, and they put like inside jokes in there that we don't get, I'm like, I don't care. You better get to the point of the video. You better get to the content ASAP, okay? So yeah, I'm only going to be talking about my content and stuff right now, and stuff that relates to the channel. So basically, I haven't uploaded since March, right? And that's because of online school. That's it. I wasn't gonna make like an update video, all lowercase titles, like why I've been gone. Like, it's not a super dark reason why I've been gone. It's just online school, and I didn't have any free time. Like, seriously, it's just been like 12 weeks of me only having free time on the weekend. It's crazy. Like, when do you get weekly work in gym class? You know what I'm talking about? That doesn't happen. Like, getting weekly written work in gym class where you gotta write paragraphs is like a rarity. It's like finding black opal. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't happen. And it happened for 10 weeks straight here? Or 12 weeks straight? What? I don't even know what I said, man. It was all just a blur to me. It went super quick for me. You know what I mean? And I want to make content again. You know what I mean? I wanted to make content that whole time, but seriously, if I tried to, I was thinking of making a background noise. If I did that before, I would have gone insane. I would have gotten a migraine, because that was already stressful enough, you know? Like, I love making content, and it's what makes me happy, but I gotta put school first. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, at this point in my life, it's more important. It's not more important to me, because, you know, it's schoolwork, grammar and stuff versus videos. But like, if I look back on it and I just was like, I treated it like it was a high school movie where I'm like, I care more about my dream than this school that doesn't teach us anything. Like, it's not gonna work out if you don't try. Basically, I did not get demotivated, and I did not quit making content. In fact, I was in the middle of filming pit stopping before quarantine started. And I don't want to have to go make a short film with everyone 6 feet apart. You know what I mean? Like, that's just inconvenient. I was in the middle of filming Pit Stopping, which is a short film about bounty hunting. Now, I know in these podcasts, I like to talk about, oh yeah, I'm going to make this in the future. I'm going to make this in the future. Like my last one, I talked about making red snow, and I never made it. I couldn't. But this one, I actually started filming, okay? Pit stopping. Whenever I can start filming it again, I will. Like, I already have the whole story written and everything. It's all good. And honestly, I don't know how long we're gonna be in this thing of everyone's super antsy of being together, and that means I can't film anything out in the wild, which means anything I want to make, it'll kind of have to be in the setting with me, with a microphone, talking to the camera. And I've actually made great videos like that. Like my Akinator video may not have been the best quality video, but I like the humor of it. And it was inspired by Video Game Donkey. I made something last summer called Being Late to Video Games, which I really liked that video, and it was inspired by a YouTuber named Nakey Jakey. So when I'm really inspired, I do make great videos like this, but I shouldn't just switch up. I shouldn't compromise what I make just because I'm in these circumstances. If I wouldn't have made content in my house, if circumstances were different, I could film outside, I'm not going to make that video. If I'm legitimately inspired and I think even if I could film outside right now, I still want to make this video, that's what I'm going to make. I could make a gaming video. You know what I mean? I have a lot of games. I made a Spider-Man video, but the thing is, those take honestly the most work, because it's not like you have a script. It's all improvisational, and it's difficult to get all the clips together and make sense of it, and you gotta get sound effects. Making gaming videos today that are entertaining, where you want to attract people that have like a shorter attention span, and you gotta use like music and sound effects and a lot of memes and stuff like that, those won't age well, but they take a lot of work and they come out great. I could make something like that. You know what I mean? But I'm not. I said this to someone. I said I'm not gonna compromise the writing of something I'm trying to make because of real world circumstances. Like, I'm not gonna make like a short film about quarantine because that's so basic, you know what I mean? I technically did make a short film about quarantine, and that's called Hollow Neighborhood, but I'm not gonna make some like comedic quirky thing about like being stuck in quarantine day 100. This is so boring. Like, that's just so basic. Okay, the thing that I did make about quarantine, like, I got it like right on the jump. I'm like Bill Burr in Breaking Bad. I got it right on the jump, and that's Hollow Neighborhood. That's about like everything being a ghost town, you know what I mean? It's opened up now, but that video is going to be a snapshot of what it was like. The person in the video is feeling very lonely in quarantine, and he goes out for the first time in a while. He sees the outside, and he gets inspired, and he puts on a mask, and he gets gloves and everything, and he gets to the top of the playground only to see there's no one out there, and there's nothing to even go searching for out there. It's a ghost town, and it's a little bit depressing. Honestly, that's not even how I was feeling at the time. I wasn't even feeling like, oh man, there's this universal truth I have in me, and I have all these convictions and feelings about it. I need to translate that into art. I was just like, yeah, like I could imagine someone relating to it, and I feel like making, because I knew other people were feeling like that. I didn't feel like that until like the third week of quarantine, where I was kind of sad that I only had to do school, and then I accepted it, and I just got my work done. Filming that was tough. Like that shot, that wide shot, that super wide shot of me at the top of the playground, I had to set up my camera with a big obnoxious tripod and everything, sprint over there because people were around me. I don't know, like, I don't live in a very sketchy neighborhood, right? There's some nice people here, but someone could steal it, okay? It's camera. Like, there's not it's not like I got an app that can track my little Canon camcorder and my freaking tripod that I got from Amazon. It won't be easy to find if I lose it, so I don't want to risk anyone stealing it. I was so lucky that there was crime scene tape on that playground. That yellow caution tape, I did not set that up. I was thinking that it was just going to be the playground by itself, but I showed up with that. I was just like, this is perfect. This is great. And it's a short video. But yeah, I think I'm actually pretty proud of that video. I think it's going to age quite nicely. I can't really make any content that has anything to do with short films, which I really like making outside, that involves other people whose parents are, you know, rightfully paranoid about this stuff, so they won't let me film with their kids and stuff like that. But I can't be unhappy about it. I can't afford to be unhappy about something like this, which is out of my control. We'll see what I get up to this summer. Last year, I had goals for the summer, you know what I mean? I was like, I want to upload at least 4 videos, which I don't even know if I did that. I didn't upload a lot of content last summer. Granted, I was pretty busy, not being at home at all and like doing other stuff, but it's good to set goals for yourself, but I'm not really going to do that, especially during these times where I know I'm handicapped on making stuff and it's out of my control. I feel like if I set up goals for myself like that, like, I'm just setting up myself for disappointment. If I go into this summer with no expectations, I can't be disappointed. Like, I've had the idea for pit stopping since spring break, right? And it's taken a long time to film, but I honestly don't even really feel bad about that because, you know what? Ransacking took 6 months to make. I had the idea for it in January 2019, and I released it on June 1st. Hey, by the way, we passed the 1 year anniversary of Ransacking. Go ahead and go watch it. It's very flawed, but it's definitely enjoyable. So I'm not really worried about taking this long with pit stopping because as long as I release it, then boom, it stays on the internet forever. I can go back to it whenever. And honestly, making Ransacking, there were so many times where I was like, I don't care about making this right now because there were so many obstacles in my way of making that thing. And I was like, I know I have to finish it, but I'm not in this as much as I used to be. And that's where the discipline comes in. That's what separates the people who make a lot of content from the people that don't. Because I don't feel like it. And I think I'm right in the middle because my work ethic is very, Ethan Wingrove. And that's why I had to take a break during quarantine to focus on school. which I wasn't happy about, okay? You gotta trust me on that. I didn't abandon my YouTube channel. I'm not part of the student council. I don't do the announcements. I don't hand out flyers in my high school talking about, like, I wanna go to this college and I'm gonna, like, I'm not, like, I'm just going through high school. But I'm not one of those kids that, like, prioritizes, like, I can't hang out with you. I have to work on my science project due 2 weeks from now. Okay? I'm in this thing. Been doing this for like 5 years, son. And I'm gonna keep going. I appreciate you listening to this after this long of me being away, just to hear my thoughts, unless you just turn this on. Hopefully I didn't ramble too much. I had to take a lot of breaks during this filming, I'm going to tell you, because I was like, what am I talking about? Where am I going? What path am I going down of conversation? I got to steer this back on to the subject, which involves quarantine, pit stopping, Hollow Neighborhood. I low-key want to make another Office parody, because they're so fun to make, but it'll have to be the finale, and they're so spread apart that people forget they exist in between episodes, so it's a dilemma. Do I treat the audience like they already know what's going on? Or do I have to introduce characters like they're brand new every time? Maybe I'll talk about my experience and where I am, or where I'm going to be from this point right here in the next background noise, whenever that will be. Okay, I appreciate you listening to me. You're invited to the Ethan Wingrove party. Goodbye. Goodbye.